The stage is set for another enthralling race here in the Kingdom of Bahrain. A Ferrari stronghold in years gone by, but will they be able to add to their record today? We'll be racing around 3.36 miles of the magnificent Bahrain International Circuit today. Keep an eye out for drivers locking the front left down into the tricky braking zone of turn 10. A warm welcome to Anthony Davidson, who's beside me in the commentary box today. Let's talk about Gardner. No grid penalties, no mitigating circumstances, just a poor qualifying performance and a very disappointing start position for them today.
It's not a nice feeling, I promise you. They've got a quick car underneath them, but they've got onto the grid today and they need a pair of binoculars to see the start lights. They'll be desperate for a good start to make up for some of that deficit.
Off the back of a fantastic qualifying session, it's time to see how our starting grid looks for today's race. Lewis Hamilton lines up on pole position. A very happy Carlos Sainz will start second. Looking at the rest of today's grid, we have Gasly, Albon, Lance Stroll and Ocon, Ricciardo, Perez, Gardner and Max Verstappen, Norris, Russell, Daniel Kvyat and Leclerc, De Vries, Latifi, Valtteri Bottas and Giuliano Alesi, Giovinazzi, Joe, Matsushita and Kevin Magnussen fills the last spot on the grid. It's almost time for the lights to go out, so let's head down to the track and get this Grand Prix underway.
After the points finish last race, let's aim to keep the momentum going.
Welcome everybody to another F1 2020 My Team JDM racing video. It's season 3, round 2 at Bahrain. We had a mare in Q2. I don't know what happened. Q1 we were right up there with Lewis. Q2 came around and we just could not string a lap together to save our lives. So we ended up 11th. But as we saw on the graphics there, Max Verstappen and George Russell both taking grid penalties, probably reliability related, I would guess. Changing parts or doing something, gearbox maybe, something like that. But they're behind us now, so we've got to keep those guys behind. Lewis is on pole, which is great. Hopefully he's just going to smash it, walk it, get us the points. If we can get up with him to help him do that, maybe get a second, that would be amazing. I think we've got the car in race trim to do it, but we'll have to wait and see. The Renaults were very quick. Also, Kvyat, I was noticing, was being quick in practice as well. So the Renaults might be something to contend with. He did try to go out on mediums in Q2 as well, but the trade-off between pace on the medium and the soft was too big. And couldn't get an inverted strategy to work for the Sunday. Well, as it turned out, we didn't make Q3 anyway, but we could change our strategy if we want. I think, or maybe because we've been bumped into the top 10, we might not be able to change it now. But either way, I'm happy to go with the stock setup and go with the soft tyre to start. Try and just catch as Lewis as quickly as we can, get up with him, and then settle in on the medium in the second stint. See if we can maximize our points. But that's literally the plan for today. Is just try and get up as far as we can and get as many points as we can. And take advantage of the Mercedes being behind us. Let's do it. We're off the line. We're going to boost away, we get a really good getaway, get past the Ferrari and the Red Bull. Boost side, we're going to switch to the inside, under braking. Made up, whoa, that's, who is that? It's a Red Bull, Ricciardo, last of the late breakers there. We've got a McLaren coming down the inside. We get up to 4th by dive bombing a few into the first corner. Lewis is away. We've got Carlos Sainz in second, Alexander Albon in third. Gasly in the
That's a
McLaren
strong
behind us.
start. Well done.
That's as good a start as we could have hoped for, really. Save that fuel for a bit later on. Hopefully, Albon won't be too hard to catch. There we go then, getting onto the back of Albon. Turning the fuel up.
DRS will be enabled this lap. You can use it when within 1 second of the car ahead and in the DRS zone.
Slipstreaming. We go down the outside. Get the move done. Switch back to standard fuel. Try and boost away from the near. Now try and get on the back of Sainz. Get him off the back of Lewis.
Let's use overtake and burn some of this energy.
Lighting the sector times up in purple.
We're trailing our teammate by 2.5 seconds.
29.3. Still not quite in DRS range yet. Got to protect these tyres a little bit. Some of the fast long corners that
Fuel
they have
is
around
looking
here.
really good. You're managing it well.
Shouldn't be long before we're in DRS range.
Check your MFD for a new strategy option. Copy that.
Checking the readout. They want to switch to a medium tyre rather than the hard. I should have waited to the straight really to check that.
We're approaching the pit window. You'll be on the mediums.
He is doing a good job of controlling the pace in the front at the moment. So we're still just outside of DRS. Fine margins here. In now.
Lewis is in for a stop.
Pits.
We're going to box this lap. Push hard on the in-lap.
Along with Sainz. Gets first refusal. He's the lead driver. Box this lap.
Understood. Stopping this lap.
Coming a lap early, try and catch him on this overcut. I don't want to leave it too long and have them on fresh tyres. Gain that much of an advantage on us. check. We are on mediums for the pit stop. There we go. Here we come. Have we done enough?
Release.
Let's go on. Bottas, former world champion, goes past. Here comes Lewis. And Sainz.
Look after these tyres now. We'll finish the race on this compound.
There's the McLaren pitting. Oh, sorry, not McLaren, it's Bottas. I feel like we're a lot later on the brakes. Now we've got DRS.
Right, some information on Hamilton. They have an issue with their car. They're going to be slow.
Hamilton's got an issue, apparently.
We have 5 laps of fuel remaining.
Got DRS. And the engine boost. Gonna go outside. Get it done. Now he's going to have DRS. Now we can protect Lewis. But depending on if he's got a real problem with the car, maybe have a go at him ourselves. Do we try and attack Lewis and push him back into Sainz if we overtake him, and with a car problem risk not getting the 1-2? Or we'll just go for the whip. This is the problem. I think if the opportunity presents itself, we've got to go for it. He's extremely slow off that corner.
There's 3 laps of fuel remaining.
We have DRS. 2 seconds off our best lap time.
Some information on De Vries. It looks like the problem is terminal. They're retiring the car.
Here's Nick De Vries running in 16th place, having a very good race for Williams. Oh no, the engine's blown up! Oh, Nick De Vries is out of the race! He's having such a good race as well, and he's now out of the Grand Prix. Still right there with us. led the whole of this race so far.
Caution, caution.
That's DeFries's car on the side.
Okay, the incident has been cleared. Let's get back up to racing speed.
Last thing we want to do is take each other out. 2 laps to go. Right up on the back wing, this could be the chance. Got DRS. He blocks to the inside.
We've got a lot of spare energy. Use your overtake button.
DRS again. Hamilton's defending well at the moment. Position ourselves.
There's only 1 lap of fuel remaining.
We should have it this time. DRS and DRS.
This is your final lap of the race.
Oh, we overshoot the braking zone though. Lewis gets a run at us. We're going to use the boost. We can't block the inside, he's already there. Now it's a 3-way fight for the lead. Hamilton's going to have DRS. Away. Get a pretty lousy exit off the corner, but it doesn't matter because we win the Bahrain Grand Prix.
Absolutely fantastic. It's a brilliant result. Well done.
Starting outside the top 10, or should have actually, 9th. Come from 9th to win the race.
Smiling faces on the pit wall after a superb win here at Sakir. And rightly so. What a brilliant effort from the whole team. Anthony Davidson, how do you think they were able to set themselves apart today?
I think we'll chalk
The faces on our top 3 look so incredibly happy as they make their way up to the podium. A much-deserved victory and a brilliant performance from them all.
It's a 1-2 for the team.
And our After this round of the World Championship, here's how things look in the drivers' table. Gardner takes over the lead of the Drivers' Championship.
Damn
Some
right we
amazing
do.
talent out on the track today. But Anthony, who would you pick as your driver of the day?
I have to give it to Gardner. That was a commanding performance today. Very impressive indeed.
It's time to check out the constructors' standings. The current leaders continue to extend their lead at the top. Meanwhile, Ferrari have improved their position. A strong weekend from them as they fight their way towards the top. It's been an absolutely wild weekend of Formula One action. I can't wait to see what's next.
So, we go back to the results. We come home in front of Lewis Hamilton by 0.2 of a second. We get fastest lap, quite comfortably I think. The only other man to get into the 29s was Carlos Sainz, who had a very good race actually. Stayed with us the whole way. We couldn't drop him. Albon had a good race in the AlphaTauri. Gasly and Stroll also. AlphaTauri had a very good weekend, 4th and 6th there. I don't know what happened to Kvyat, he was down in 12th, so I thought they were going to be fast, and they really weren't. Max and George both get into the points, 9th and 10th for Mercedes, but it's damage limitation for them this weekend. Ricciardo, after his crazy start, getting up to like 3rd or 4th, and then he must have dropped back a little bit. The Ferraris, 13th and 14th, not really doing anything, same for the racing points. And the Alfa Romeos, Paul Williams down the back, De Vries retiring. So it's a very good race for us. I guess the circuit must have suited us, and Red Bull as well. I think Ricciardo just couldn't quite get up the field to show his pace, but Sainz definitely looked quick today. So if we take it over to the standings, we lead Lewis Hamilton by 11 points. Max Verstappen, with his horror weekend, drops back into 3rd. So JDM Racing drivers topping the tables. And also the constructors. So Mercedes again with a really low scoring weekend. AlphaTauri are the form team at the moment. And Red Bull with a decent 3rd place for Sainz, kind of moving in behind Mercedes there. And only 6 teams have scored so far. That's interesting. Let's check the highlights. Should be a couple here. Lewis did a great job this weekend, as we said, even with the issue he had. I'm not sure what it was. Issue on the car. I don't think it was the DRS flap, because that was opening when he was behind us. So yeah, that Red Bull there just getting stuck on the inside. Had to block the McLaren off. Couple of style shots here. Following Sainz around. There's the move on Sainz, so there's DRS open. And we went down the outside. Nice and clean. Lewis did a great job of defending as well. It didn't make it easy for me to get past him. Knew we had to get ourselves positioned right up close behind him going into the start-finish straight. If we could do that, then we'd have half a shot of boosting past him. So many times we were just tucked up underneath that rear wing. So close, little juke and jives. This was one where I knew we had it. We boost past him before we'd even got to the end of the straight. back onto the racing line, and then we come across the line to win. So there we have it, a 1-2, a race win. It's a great start. It's maybe the start we should have had in Australia, but it doesn't matter, we've got it now. So that's our first race win of the season, my 11th career win, I think. And we take it away from Lewis. So that's twice we've overtaken him in the race and finished in front of him. So I don't know how happy he's going to be about that. Probably not very much, but at least he's performing at the level that we want him to be in the team, and making us work hard for those positions. So with that said, we are going to take it back to HQ. We're going to make some upgrades, try and get the chassis back up to where it should be. I think we're second behind Mercedes in a lot of the areas like engine, and we might even have the best engine, but then we've got the second best aerodynamics behind Mercedes, and I think Renault have the best chassis, oddly enough, so that's why they're very fast this season. So we're going to try and improve our chassis, because we're down in like 5th, 6th, maybe 7th place in terms of chassis strength, because of what we got done by with the regulations from season 2 into 3. So we've taken a hit on that side of things. We're going to need to build that back up to make our car stronger. So we're going to do that, and then we will go to round 3, and we will see if we can get another race win to take this Constructors' Championship home. It's a long gold season, but we've got to make sure that we maximise the points, especially when our rivals are not scoring that many points. So we've got to make hay while the sun shines. So if you enjoyed this video, drop a like. If you've not subscribed, then have a think about subscribing. There's Formula 1 content going to be coming over the days and weeks and months. We are locking in on these championship battles. We want to get these titles won, so join us on that journey. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.